On the eve of deadline day, the boys turned up to Anfield, and the manager set them up with the most cowardly lineup I have ever seen in football. He is the problem. He is the problem. You could give him another $1 billion and we will still look the same. He's the common denominator, people. It's not getting any better. The football is getting any better. We aren't getting closer to any trophy under this manager. But we'll get into it, people. Listen to the music. Rock on, come in. Do you see it yet? Do you see it yet, people? Can you feel it yet? Because I can. I can feel it in my bones. I can see it with my eyes. What the problem is. If you've ever had to problem solve and do the process of elimination, like the phone isn't charging, you try a different charger, it still isn't charging, you try a different charger, it still isn't charging, it's the phone, right? Whereas if the phone isn't charging and you change the charger and it starts to charge, it was the charger. So we are changing the players, adding players, and it's not changing. It's not getting any better. Ding, ding, ding. By process of elimination, we know what it is. It's the damn manager. It's the damn manager. Now, my voice, my channel has been around on the Bruised Banana with Shane. It's on DJB. It's on Arsenal Revolution TV with Rashid. It's on the Waffle Dons channel. I'm everywhere saying, yeah, I think we'll get a 1-0. But then I don't want people to clip out the part that says, my prediction is solely based on, solamente, only based on the fact that Eze would be starting. Well, that wasn't a fact. It was a humble opinion that should have been, that wasn't. He did not start. Not only did he not start, he didn't play until when did Eze come on? In the 70th minute? When did Eze enter the game? Not soon enough. That's the answer. Oh my days. Oh my, yeah, right out. My head was hot. Now, luckily, big up to my brother, the Waffle Don, because he was able to calm me down on the Five Guns podcast. Had I come straight on here, I probably would have had some bad stuff to say. So big up to my brother, the Waffle Don, from calming me down before I went on the internet and just started to spew stuff. Big up to Bluebird in the building. Bluebird says, I've been waiting to hear from BBK all day. It's early here, my brother. It just hit 2 p.m. So, the games are early for me. That's one of the reasons why I'm usually annoyed, because the games are so early. I get up for them. The 12:30 kickoff, I'm usually up at 4:30 to watch the 12:30 kickoff. So it's very difficult for me to get up and watch these games, but I do it anyway because I must. Alvin says, underwhelming performance, BBK. Underwhelming, brother, to say the least. But we'll get into it. That's after. I can't. This is my therapy. And big up to all of you. Big up to AJ for popping in. AJ said, I'm still fuming. I think the more I think about it, the angrier I get, and then I calm down. Then I get angry again when I think of something else that annoys me. Just really annoys me of what he said. Big up to Darren. Darren in the building. What's up, bro? What you saying to me? I know how you. That's I am fuming, brother. We're fuming. Because how the hell None of us have Class A FIFA license, but we can see the train wreck coming from a mile away. Like, we can see it, we can smell it, we can feel it, and then it happens, and everyone acts surprised. So when I say everyone, I mean them lot, the other bunch, on the other side of the fence that sit around and be like, "It's only match game 3." No, it's only match game 3. We've been seeing this shit for 5 years. It's not a knee-jerk reaction. We've been seeing this dross for 5 years. Let's not kid ourselves. Oh my days. 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3. This is not match week 30. This is not match week 28. This is not fixture congestion where we have to rest people and we're down to our bare bones with injuries. No, people. This is match week 3 when we have a fully fit number 10. Probably the most creative player out of all the bunch. Number 10 on the bench. Yeah. This was a choice. This was a deliberate attempt by the manager to play for a draw. Why else would you need 3 DMs? Why else would you give the opposition no counter-attacking threat? Nothing. There was nothing for Liverpool to worry about today. What were they supposed to be worried about? Moreno, Gyökeres, where was he? Who was supposed to supply him the ball? Where was he supposed to get service from? Martinelli. And I'm starting to get annoyed even saying his name. You know that energy that we put on that 29 and don't call his name. Well, at least Kai Havertz has produced some goals over the years. This Martinelli guy. Get Arteta out. Mind my damn club, brother. I think I've been everywhere saying sack him, sack him, sack him. That's the only 2 words that I have now. And it's not a knee-jerk, like I said. 5 years of this craziness. Oh, my days. Chris Welch, Liverpool fan. Commiserations, man. Arteta cost you again. We were there for the taking. Our worst performance on the slot. Sobo Scrub still had a bad game despite that screamer. Once again, a pathetic mentality from Arsenal. Oh, shit. Chris, if you're still in the chat, can you go around to all the top Gouda channels and post this in there? But actually, don't do that. Don't. Because they'll abuse you. They'll call you everything but your name. Tell you how you don't know football. Tell you how Lord Mikel knows more than you and all this here. Because we tell him every day. We tell him this shit every day. So maybe if they start to hear it from the rivals. This might be the comment. I'm going to start this comment because I'm going to come back to it, my brother. Brother. Poor mentality. Absolute poor mentality. No one can tell me he was playing for a win with that team. He went to Anfield playing for a draw. And this is what happens. You play silly games. You win silly prizes. And we won a silly prize today. Sobozo, what a kick. I can get on to Raya because I don't believe any top goalkeeper in the world should be getting beat from 32 yards. But I don't want that to come off as I'm trying to take away from the strike from Sobozo. Yeah, that was a fantastic strike. Game of 2 halves. You were more threatening in the first half. We showed our championship mentality and found a way to stole draws from victory. As they on the bench for 70 fucking minutes, bro. 70 minutes. When the clock hit an hour and I saw Martinelli still on the pitch, I'm like, wait a minute. Is he waiting for us to go behind? Is that what he's waiting for? Because at 60 minutes, you tell me that Eze don't have 30 minutes in his legs. So the manager wasn't proactively trying to win this game. No, he was not. This is a 100% on the manager's shoulders. If we're going to divvy up the blame pie today, the players are holding none of it. Did not. There's Chris Welch link, people, from AJ. Artist working mad. Dreamer said Eddie didn't produce. Brother, what was he meant to do? He got 20 minutes. He got 20 minutes, and 10 of those minutes, Liverpool had the ball. What was he meant to do? Eze should have started the match. You see, when Eze come on, Sobozo had something to worry about. Defensively, Szoboszlai could have taken the day off when Martinelli was on the pitch. The boy dribbled the ball out of bounds. The boy dribbled the ball and give it to the defense. He can't play. I know people in the 4th division of Germany that's better than him. When I played in Germany, he got 20 minutes. And when he did get the ball, he looked like he had something about him for the 4 or 5 touches that he did get. Imagine Liverpool having to deal with 90 minutes of that, because he should have played 90 minutes, not 70. Eze should have played this whole game. This was criminal. What do you want from Eze? He got 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. And 20 of those, and 10 of those, like I said, Liverpool had the damn ball. Because once we got opened up, Liverpool did have a chance to put themselves clear. Good evening from Hendo. Big up Hendo, man. I know you're fuming too, bro. What did I tell you? We need to come to the final conclusion that we are winning nothing, in all caps. Nothing again with this fraud manager. No pushback. Absolutely no pushback from me, brother. The mentality that Chris Wells speaks of in 2 comments up ahead, like, brother, they were there for the taking. But men went to Anfield with 3 DMs while he has a fully fit Eze on the bench. Nothing says I want to draw this game. But I'm almost sitting to the point where I want to say I'm glad we lost. Never thought I'd get to the point where I'm saying shit like that. Because one of the things that the top gooners used to defend him is his record against the top 6. Well, there you go. That's out the water now. Bang. Because you went to Anfield with worse teams over the past 3 years and did not lose. But you go there with a striker today. You go there with a fully fit Eze today and couldn't even score. Why couldn't you score? It's just your damn creative 10 was on the bench. Your creative 8 and your captain Odegaard was on the bench. And Gyökeres was out there getting 4 or 5 touches for the entire match. Don't even know his stats. Big up to Rambo Kanamba. Agreed, Arteta completely fucked it. Brother. Raw dog. He raw dogged it. No boots. No Trojan. No Magnum. No Rough Rider. What are the other brands? Lambskin, Latex, none of it. He straight raw dogged these 3 points. Eze immediately fed Gyökeres. Immediately. Imagine Bozo Konate having to deal with him for 70 minutes. No. He had Martinelli, bro. He is a sorry excuse for a footballer. Sorry excuse. Nothing. We have not played well in any of these 3 matches so far. Scammed a win at United, flattered to deceive against Leeds, and today draws negative football back in effect. So that's what I'm saying, Hendo. The common denominator here, right? The absolute common denominator here is the manager. Everywhere he goes, he takes this bad football with him. He has his striker now. He has all of it. My God, I'm fuming. I'm fucking fuming, man. But in spite of the fumes, people, to lighten the mood a little bit, I haven't seen him in a couple of days, but he is back in minute number 14. Even in the face of a loss, we still have to acknowledge the big brother, Eros, minute number 14, checking in. You know what time it is.
Maybach music.
I think I'm Big Meech. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. Rosé born stunner. No money. If it when I'm shopping, that ain't no money. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest.
Speaking of purple flowers, I need to damn burn some purple flowers is what I feel like I need to get away from this Dross football. It's terrible to watch. The football is god awful to watch. Oh my days. Why is he doing this to us? Is anyone with eyes can see? Now imagine, right? Imagine these players in this team talk, listening to the manager set them up for a loss. Because that's what it turned out to be. He was playing for a draw, ended up being a loss. Imagine Gabriel, Saliba, all these men sitting there listening like, this man is putting us out there to go play for a 0-0. His tactics were so glaring to be seen. Go stink out the match for 70 minutes, then I'm going to chuck on Eze in the end and try to win. Just going to chuck him on and try to stink house a 1-0 win. What kind of shit is that? Now we're 3-2 or 1-0. It's still a 1-goal margin, right? Now, if we went to Anfield and had to go and lost the game 3-2, would we have been this upset? Versus blatantly not trying to win the game. At least if we went 3-2 and lost, Gyökeres would have been involved. Our attack would have been involved. This is madness. Slot set up to win. Arteta set up not to. Facts. Facts. When I see Slot making the first sub at like Curtis Jones came on for before an hour. It was 50-something minutes. I'm like, okay. Slot is reacting to the game first. Like he wants to win. And Arteta is reacting to it. That idiot manager went for a fucking raw draw, bro. Draw. 3 DMs. 1, 2, 3. Who was supposed to get Gyökeres the ball? And none of the journalists are asking him about this shit. None of them are pressing him and say, yo, you got Gyökeres out there. You got the striker. How is he meant to get the ball when you have both of your number 10s on the damn sideline? And to the people who said that because he didn't want Gyökeres, he is going to sabotage him and make him look average. This performance, this lineup, these tactics feed into that narrative. And that's exactly what it looks like. I'm going to put Gyökeres out there. I'm going to put 3 DMs behind him. I'm going to put the shit left winger who defends more than he attacks. And then he's going to look average. Gyökeres has looked like a baller everywhere he has been. How come he comes to this team and now he looks like he can't play football? He looks like he can't play football because he's not getting the goddamn ball. Because the midfielders behind him are defensive-minded. The only progressive passers are on the bench. You're setting them up for failure, and it stinks. Granted more time, give him more chance. But to me, I was hoping that it was a super sub. Now that's all in the whole. It can't be a super sub. Eze can't be no super sub. Eze starts for every Premier League team. Seriously, I'm having a hard time thinking what Premier League team that Eze can start for. Which one? Maybe Liverpool that we just played against because they went out and signed Wirtz. But there aren't too many teams in the Premier League that Eze doesn't start for. That super sub, nah. If anything, the super sub is Trossard. And I guarantee you he would have given us more than anything that Martinelli gave us today. What did Martinelli do? Because it's not like he had to go back and help out Calafiori a whole lot, even though he did. But Calafiori held his own today. I don't think Mo Salah dribbled him one time. He kept Mo Salah and Ekitike quiet. And that's with Gabriel having to drag Mascara along for his away debut in the Premier League at Anfield. And though sadly, bro, they won't wake up until the next we throw the League Cup in the bin at Port Vale. I don't even trust Martinelli to be better than any of those Port Vale players. Because Port Vale is the League One side, right? We've seen the League Two side show up and been up and bat up Manchester United. My goodness. Big up to all 19 of you locked in still to listen to me rant about just how cowardly. And I see even people who are on the fence going like, that was a coward's performance. That was cowardly. 3 DMs. And let's be clear, Liverpool were there for the taking, like Chris Wells says, because when these men come to the Emirates, people, they're going to have Isak and they're going to have Guehi. Their team will be complete for the return leg. But this weak version of them got the best of us because of poor tactics and no bravery from the manager. Endo says, Zubi is not good enough for the Premier League. Told you he would outmuscle that Liverpool midfield. We missed a Partey type enforcer. I think Zubimendi and Rice as a pairing would be enough, Endo. The problem is Gravenberch, Moreno, there's one person winning that match because Moreno can't run. He is slow. And Gravenberch is lightning quick. With and without the ball. Lightning fast. My goodness. I think Zubi did get the best of Gakpo a couple of times. Even Eketike, Zubi showed some fight today because he's very good techie. Mascara did well. Calafiore did well. I'm not even mad at Moreno for not doing the business in the midfield, in the creative space. That's not his game. Arteta has the answer for that, not Eze. Facts. Man started Moreno, slow as fuck. And there are people defending this, Darren, because I glimpsed in the chat. I think he was in Rashid's chat, and you were calling out the man on that panel. I don't know whose show it was, but Rashid was streaming it through his platform. I think it might have been the Catch Up or one of them ones. But I don't know who that guy was, but he was defending this performance and these tactics already. When we clearly went there setting up for a draw. This is what happens. You set up for a draw, you end up losing. Oh my goodness, man. Goodness me. The weakest link at Arsenal is Mikel Arteta. Tell him. That's it. Him, the manager, the left winger, and the damn goalkeeper. Glaring liabilities at the club right now. And I'm not just talking about the goal with Raya. Let's not talk about the first touch that Liverpool Football Club got in our box is when Raya gave the ball straight to Van Dijk. And the defense recovered quickly because they didn't even get a shot off, on or off target. Say we get the draw, then what? Then when we get the draw, here's what they say, AJ, is record against the top six. That's it. That's the agenda that's going to run. Because now they're in their little PR circles. What they're going to say is, we didn't concede from open play. First it was, we haven't conceded a goal all season. Now the goalpost has to be moved. So now it's going to be, hey, we haven't conceded from open play, and it was a worldly from Szoboszlai. Okay, it was a worldly from Szoboszlai. Well, we should have won the game 2-1 then. Because you attack Liverpool and you give Eze time to create chances for Gyökeres. Because as soon as Eze came on, Gyökeres had an attempt on goal. So imagine him for 70 minutes, he would have created something. We score 2 goals, they score early, we win the game 2-1. But that would require you to set up to win. You start a player injured in warm-up. Yeah. See, this is the thing. Here's the thing, Darren. He likes to take risk that way for the players and their health. The same way he played Ben White when he needed surgery. The same way he rushed Saka back from injury. The same way he rushed Havertz back from injury. Consequently, both of them are hurt now, by the way. So he take risk with the players' health, but won't take risk in a match to win the fucking game. He won't take risk and bring on Eze after he sees Martinelli dribble the ball out of bounds. How many times? Too many damn times. We had 30 minutes. We had control of the game in the first 30 minutes, but that's what he wanted. Control. But how many clear-cut chances did we create? None. He was trying to stink this out, bro. I'm telling you. He was trying to stink this out till the 75th, 78th minute, then chuck on Eze and try to win. But Szoboszlai and the Liverpool faithful had a family meeting with their said piece and said, let's have a go. Let's have a Real Madrid Declan Rice moment. And it worked. Because if we had went there and scored off a set piece, we would have been saying champions DNA. We found a way to win. Liverpool found a way to win. While we had control of the game at Anfield, they still found a way to walk away with the 3 points. Right? While Manchester United had control of the game at Old Trafford, we walked away with the 3 points. That's the narrative we were running. But we can't change it now. We're going to keep it all the way consistent over here on BBK Sports. Yeah, we're going to do that. Big up to Boy 10. Get into your comment, bro. I won't skip it. Promise you I won't. Because he doesn't trust the bench defense. My goodness. Yeah, tell us what you want. Shot boss. Tell us tell us the pre. Because you seem to be dancing around in the bushes. Like you don't see what the common denominator is, why we didn't collect 3 points today. Backward and sideways passes. In the name of control. Yep. Saying Saliba said he could start the match, not even though he twisted his ankle in the warm-up. What a type of manager. Yeah, bro. Because now you wasted a sub. You have wasted a sub. Now you could only stop the game twice, right? So that would have forced you to make a sub at halftime. So you could only stop the game twice. You know you have only 2 more times to stop the game. So you take Martinelli off at halftime. That way you maintain your other 2 substitution windows. But he didn't. That tells me he planned on playing Martinelli a very long time and hoping that we just shithouse a draw. Especially after this afternoon, bring on Arsenal late, brother. There's no need to. It's not real football. I don't know what we're watching, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I put it in the title of the video. He is the problem. You know, like if you take a bunch of hooligans, right, and you put them in Beverly Hills, they'll make a slum out of it in 48 hours. But if you take a bunch of engineers and you take them into the slum, they'll make a paradise out of it in 5 years. It's in the people. The slum is in the people. The mentality thing. So the manager himself doesn't have a winning mentality. And when the people who follow the club, Liverpool, with the winning mentality, come in the chat like Chris Welch and say they were there for the taking, but the manager was cowardly, we have to believe it because we saw it today. What manager in the Premier League is going to Anfield and not playing their best player, their best creator, their best available creator? For those who think Saka is the best, okay, Saka is the best player or whatever. There was the best creative player in the squad today. What manager is going to Anfield and not playing their best player? Who is doing that? Right? We've seen a tactician today in Oliver Glasner go away to Villa, away to Aston Villa, and beat him 3-0 without Eze. Tactically astute. We go there like coward little men and play for a draw. When we went to Man City in 23-24 and played for a 0-0 draw, cost us the league while they were there for the taking. Control and Gyökeres did not touch the ball. We ain't control nothing. We ain't control nothing. I think we nullified Liverpool. But when we broke up the play and the ball got out to Martinelli, imagine Eze in those one-on-ones with Sabozo. He would have cooked him. When he came on, he did cook him. I don't know what he must... This defensive winger thing with Martinelli, not working, broski. It's not working. Going into international break, man has sent us into the international break with a sour taste. As they did more than 50 minutes than Martinelli did the whole damn match. Say it again, Hendo, for the people in the back. You need to find a way to get, brother. This guy, man. Big up the Jagans in the building. Hope you are well, brother. Manners and respect every time. E. Ross, the legend. Didn't see the game, but listening while driving, bro. We went to Anfield and set up not to lose and end up losing. Yeah. We went to Anfield to just back 4, put 3 defensive midfielders in front of him. Well, 4, because Martinelli is now a DM. Martinelli, I'm gonna because he's not an attacker. You can't call yourself an attacker and you can't beat a man. Arteta can go for real, but Eze should have proved himself in the 20 minutes he had. Brother, are you serious? Hey, shot boss. Lean in for a second. Stop your fuckery. What are you doing? Nah, brother. In the 20 minutes. 20 of those minutes, we didn't have the ball. So what are you talking about, man? Nah, man, you can't do this. We cannot do this. Eze has nothing to do with this L. None of it. None. Oh yeah. It's Labor Day this weekend, people. So yeah, everybody's off tomorrow, to include myself. So I will be online. There's some transfer stuff, daily stuff. So yeah, be free to let me know what you got planned for the Labor Day thing. Big up to Eros every single time. Pool party. Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. And Big ups to E. Ross, man. I might find me a pool party to go to myself. At least the weather is nice for you to be able to have a pool party. Yeah, nicer than the damn football we just watched. Oh my goodness. Big up to Beans on Toast. Say Kirk has passes 20 of 30. That's 83%. Tackles 1, 2 of 3. Clean sheet. Last man tackles, 1 clearances, 5 ground duels, 1 5 of 5 aerial duels, 2 of 4, 50%. Madueke was pants. Nah, I actually think Madueke was our best outlet until Eze came on, because Martinelli is on the floor. Really and truly. Yeah, I don't think Kirkus was great today, to be fair. I don't. Please explain that you can judge Eze when, yeah. So, but AJ, so here's the thing. We will throw that kind of a standard on Eze in 20 minutes. But this Batiwol manager, 5 years, been here for 5 years, and can't hold any coin. I'm dead serious. Does anyone disagree with me that we could throw another billion at this manager and he will find a way to make top players look average? That manager at Manchester United that we all laugh at had Gyökeres looking like a world beater. You give Oliver Glasner this team, we go to Liverpool today and we cook him. We absolutely cook him. The waffle done. Big up to you, bro. That's a ridiculous take on Eze, bro. You start the man, you start the 10 and let him dictate play from the jump. You throw him on when you're stuck. Yeah, it was a reaction sub. And to how deep we were playing today, you put Eze in front of Declan and Zubimendi. I think Eze will Eze. Eze will. There was no way for the ball to go. Martinelli had the ball. There was a 4-on-4. Gyökeres made the perfect striker's run. And Martinelli cut the ball back and ended up dribbling out of bounds. Even Madueke was pointing to him where the ball should go. Not only does he not have skill, he has very low football IQ. The bottle mentality award goes to Arteta. Facts. Facts, man. He was drossed. As soon as I saw that midfield, I didn't even bother watching the match. You know what, Eros? I was on Rashid's channel, and he asked me, BBK, what you going to be doing today? I said, bro, after seeing that lineup, I don't want to watch the game. I'm going to watch, but I don't want to. Because we saw this coming. You know, like, you know you see a car crash coming, and you try to avoid it. You try to tell the person in charge of the convoy, hey, let's not take that route. That's a bad one. And they insist, and you see the goat fuck coming. Oh, my days. Waffle Don in the building, people. Big him up every single time. My brother. Appreciate all 18 of you locked in here, man. I appreciate your time, ladies and gentlemen. Disgraceful. We are on 8 injuries already, people. Yep, man, this is match week 3. Match week 3. And let's not forget, we got 4 people. We have 4 that's been called up to international, well, the England duty. I'm not even counting the rest of the internationals, right? So we got 4 that's been called up to England. Declan, Madueke, who else been called up for? Oh, shit. I know we have 4 players in the English squad. Madueke, Declan Rice, and 2 others. That beats me at the moment because I'm just fuming. My head is gone, people. Right? Gabriel is probably going to get a call up for Brazil. Odegaard has been called up for no. One of them men are going to come back injured. One of them. And we're in match week 3. Arteta selection, cowardly. The C word. We're going to attach to him. Another blunder. Cowardly, and even his subs were cowardly. This guy's trying to run dirty metaphysics by throwing Diamond. What's he on? Yeah. Man, threw on Diamond. What time he threw on Diamond? Man, it was so bad today. Arteta's approach in the game is like a big pussy gal. Yep. No grit. Wide open. Walls are loose. These injuries were baked in. They aren't an excuse anyway. The window got too much business for injuries to be an excuse. 15-year-old when they can't even argue you're a best player though. Boy 10. It's a shambles. It's a shambles. Yeah, with a pen. he was open down to come win a pen so he could get the draw that he was playing for. He wasn't trying to win this game. No one can convince me. I purposefully put the phone down, didn't do no watch-alongs, none of that, and just watched the game on the big screen analytically to see how he set up, to see when we were going to rise in the game, when we were going to take the game to Liverpool. Didn't. Couldn't. Yep, a Hail Mary. Yep. Everybody crashed the box. This is his tactics. So yeah, give him another billion, and this is what we'll see. More of this. You could give this man prime Messi. We could go get Rodrigo. Any signing that we Berta make from now on is for the next manager. Because I see him looking at the squad right now and be like, okay, this squad is good enough to perform better than that. Yeah. And it's like you change the phone, you change the charger, and his phone isn't charging, you try another charger, it's not charging, it's the charger. You know what I'm saying? My God, he is so bad. 100% facts. I'm sick of this manager. I don't know what more do they want to see? What the hell more do they want to see? Big up to Mark Kabungo. I see no value in talking about the players today. I would have selected Martinelli, so I have a question if you selected it. Yeah. 100% of today's match is on the manager. 100% of it. Right? I'm pretty sure that Mikel Moreno, like I said to my brother, the Waffle Down, Mikel Moreno did not go knock on the gaffer's door and say, can you bench Eze and play me in the 10 today? Because Moreno didn't even play against Leeds. I think he got some minutes against Old Trafford, but against Leeds, he was an unused sub. But he starts at Anfield in the creative space. He didn't pick himself to start there, and I'm sure Martinelli didn't pick himself. It's 11 p.m. here. I can't find sleep now. Imagine Bertha doing all this during the summer for the coach to put Moreno on. Rada. Great point, Mark. So if you're Bertha, you're up like the rest of us looking at this guy like, yeah. I'm gonna need me a new manager within 12 to 18 months. So Bertha, I'm pretty sure Andrea Bertha is doing his due diligence in his dossier. He has in mind a manager that can motivate this bunch, that can get this bunch to play good football. Because no matter who we give this manager, this is how we will look. Whether that record about not losing to the Sapstick has come to an end. Finally, that's the only silver lining. So whenever that goes, or whatever else they hang their hat on to call him a footballing genius and all this other fancy stuff can go too. Big up to 26 of you locked in, people. Big up to all the silent listeners and big up to all in the chat. I wouldn't have selected Mourinho. Why he do that? He was playing for a draw, boy, 10. He wasn't trying to win this game. And imagine in a world where he starts Eze in the 10 and Eze comes on and bangs. All of a sudden now he can't start his stepchild, his love child, his favorite, Odegaard. Only one selection headache at a time. Because Gyökeres came in and gave him a selection headache, and the Havertz injury had just lessened the blow. But now Odegaard coming back from injury, he needs. You notice he brought Odegaard and Eze on at the same time. He didn't bring one in for the other, or one or the other. Brought them both on to keep his options open. He's not committing to either one of them. Dropping in from a block party here in British Columbia, saw a couple of Latino gooners staring me down. Loving the on-street beef. Be careful out there, Yudi. Be careful. Make sure you find out if they're top gooners or on-the-fence gooners or toxic and negative gooners like myself. Because the toxic and negative gooners that will have nothing to say to you but congratulations on your 3 points. Some other crazy month you have to worry about. I'm Bear Vex, who gifted this membership day about. So it was Suge. Suge gifted you a membership on Friday night stream, boy, then. So big up to him. So if you ever see Suge in Shane Gooner's chat or Aaron's chat, big up to Suge. He gifted 5 memberships all the way from Australia. I think you got one. I don't remember the list off my head, but I know you got one. I think Wahaha got one as well. Gyökeres starving more than the kids in the rural Africa in the drought. He was starving. Every time he got the ball, he was out wide in a pushing and shoving match with Kanate. So I felt bad for Gyökeres today, man. Yeah, I really do. Oh my days. So Eze never started. Rather, Eze got 20 minutes. Martinelli got 70 minutes of football. And Eze and Odegaard came on in the 70th minute. Let me make sure. Let me check my stats. I don't want to lie on him. Not like I need to lie on Mikel to have ammunition. Tell him to move him, but the bomber ass. But he Jesus Christ, man, this guy, he is going to be the death. Yep, Eze Odegaard came on in the 80th, in the 70th minute, and Max came on in the 89th minute. Mascara came on in the 5th minute because Saliba apparently aggravated an ankle that he turned during the warm-ups. So much for controlling the match for the first 30 minutes. In the end, Arsenal only had one shot on target the whole 90 minutes. Now imagine that. That only had one shot, Hendo. Can you directly correlate that to Eze being on the bench? I can. Because that's what Eze does, right? He creates big chances. But no, we won't play him today. We won't play him in the game that we needed to win because we needed to win. We needed these damn 3 points because it's going to be an entirely new Liverpool coming to us when they come to the Emirates, when they have Eze and Gehi. Did you see Gehi today at Palace? Man bent one in the far corner like he was a striker. Clean sheet on the road. Baller. Don't worry about skipping comments. I'm bare vexed. I'm fully vexed, man. I don't think I skipped any, though. I'm going through it, man. I am going through them. I don't get to go through them when I'm doing panel shows the way I want to. He didn't realize why did we sign him? Yeah. Question of the day. The $1 million question. Yep. Sign him to come on for 30 minutes. Is that what we're doing? Or we start Moreno in the 10. And we have a striker that needs the ball. And everyone said this. If Eze does not start, Gyökeres won't get the ball. So said, so done. Then you feel his frustration. I can imagine these players are starting to tune this manager out. When he says this, then they go on the pitch and do that. Saliba got injured during the warm-up. Yeah. Saliba played 3 minutes, my guy. At 3 minutes, Mascara came on in the 5th minute and did bits. He did bits. Mascara did the damn thing. Didn't put a foot wrong. What a guy. Big up to G Wills. This is painful. I can't deal with this. 3 DMs, no creator for Gyökeres, the only man who could win us the game. G Wills. This man has to go. Can you believe people are trying to defend this? Even try to diss me, brother. I'll tell the young ladies, get you a man that defends you the way Top Gooners defend Arteta. You will be so protected. This brother here, man. Yeah. Man, with this. Now I'm in a couple of group chat with toxic and negative fans like myself, but I'm sprinkling other group chat with Top Gooners as well. Promise you see any of them showed up today. Today on the 5 gun show, it was me and Abs. It's just me and the Waffle Don. The other 2 toxic positivity merchants, nowhere to be found. They were available after Leeds, though, and after United. But when the tough gets going, they run. By Halloween, any chance of winning the Premier League will be over. Arsenal will be already too far behind. Yeah, a slow start and we're done. So why not just sack him now? Because it's not like his cup record gives us any hope that he's going to do anything in the cups. Criminal. The selection was criminal, boy 10. Worst I've ever seen. I've never seen an entire fan base or an entire section of a fan base get upset at a lineup as this. The only time I remember the fans getting upset at lineups like this is back in the day when Ozil was first being casted out the squad. And the lineup would come out on the Emery and everyone would be like, where's Ozil? Where's Ozil? We're playing him 350 bags a week to play Fortnite. Oh, man. This man was so scared he played 3 DMs and still lost. He'll never win anything. I seriously think Arteta is the worst manager. The players brought him here, not the other way around. Facts. Couldn't agree with this statement more. Seriously. Could not agree more, my brother. The players brought him here, not the other way around. The players are giving him work experience on the job. You know, like that. And he's sitting there like, you know what? Thank you guys for for helping me become a better manager. But I'm not improving anyone. I'm just here milking it. He's the he didn't miss much at all. It was an Arteta bore fest. Oh my days! I just wish I had seen Eze in some of those open spaces on the left hand side that Martinelli got. Even though I prefer Eze in the 10 doing his damage there, I do think out on the wide spot. Every time he faced up with Sabuzlai, he got by him. I will watch the whole EPL highlights tonight. Right? Ain't too many highlights for us, bro. You're gonna be upset when you see Sabuzlai bend that shit in there. Because the media team will cut out the the Martinelli blunders, because he had quite a few blunders. Man says step your fuck XP. Big up to Johnny boy. Men out here blaming Eze. How about you hold your man accountable? Feet to the fire. Feet to the fire. 20 minutes, Didn't realize Eze only gave him 20 minutes. Martinelli was shocking, man. Martinelli was absolutely shocking. One more stuff. Big up to E. Ross, the BBK Rant. This is why I have a very hard time talking about Arsenal. I just don't understand what the hell the manager does. Yeah, and he comes out in this press conference and he says something like, "Let me see." I didn't even listen to the press conference, but I think I took a snapshot of what he said in the press. This lying son of a bitch. He says, quoting, "We didn't do our game plan to frustrate them. We did it to win." His words. Then he goes on to say, "I think we elevated into the game and the dominance to a point where they had to raise it. I think we elevated into the game. I think we elevated the game and the dominance to a point that they had to raise it." That's what he said. So Arsenal elevated the game to a point of dominance that Liverpool had to raise it. I don't know what he means by that. They did, especially from the 60th to the 78th minute, when they could see that there were no margins in the game. My God. Talking about some waffle. My days. Martinelli was shocking. Marina was anonymous. Eze allegedly can't play ahead of these guys on pure ability alone. I don't know, man. Maybe Arteta just smarter than me and I'm media. Maybe he's just smarter than all of us, bro. But somehow we were all right on Sterling. Somehow we were all right on Havertz. All right on Fabio Vieira. All right on so many of these shit players that he bought. Now they're trying to get rid of. Yeah? But he knows more than us. Please, if you haven't hit the likes already, subscribe to the channel, people. Please do. You're on 19 likes. Can we get to 20? Anyone in the stream that haven't hit the like yet, please do so. Please do so. It does help the channel a great deal. You saved yourself from some torture not watching that match. To think foolishly, I believe we might see out the draw at some point. Yeah. And if it wasn't for that worldly, we'd probably see out the draw. And then he's sitting here smiling that we haven't conceded and that we're undefeated. Even though Chelsea would have been at top of the table. He would have been okay with the draw. That's why he went and set up for one. But no one can convince. And if there is someone in the chat that believes that they can convince me that Arteta set up tactically to win this game today, please let me know and I'll bring you on. Or if you know someone who thinks they can convince me that Arteta set up tactically today to win this game, please refer them to BBK Sports, because I would love to have that debate. I would love to hear how they rationalize that today we actually tried to win this game of football. I'd love to hear it. We signed a top attacking midfielder, which you allegedly had in, and you bench him in our biggest game against the champions. Make this make sense. What he did today, Darren, did not pass the logic test. It didn't. It failed it miserably. Logic, 10. Fuckery, 0. We're at 0. There was no logic and rationale in this. This was just a big old pile of shit. We all saw Eze in them few minutes. Manager defeated Arsenal all by himself. Sabozo didn't have to score before we lost. That ball was skipped because Teta is our manager. Jesus Christ, what the fuck has happened to our football? This is not Arsenal, brother. G, I'm pretty sure G will agree with me that if we give this man another billion, we still won't improve. It's him. It's him. He is the problem. Definitely the problem. You select the slowest player in the team and start him in the midfield with a player like Gravenberch, who is pace and power. And Sabozlai, pace and power. See how many times Sabozlai stepped into that midfield? Because he knew he had no defensive responsibilities because Martinelli will do all the defense work for himself. It was Sabozlai that made that diagonal switch from midfield. That ball that Birch took out the air that we all thought he was offside. That was it. Martinelli got called up by Brazil. Yeah. That's because Rodrigo isn't getting any minutes. He's getting called up by Brazil to play third fiddle because he'll be calm. Because we know Brazil is going to be left wing will be Vinicius, right wing will be Rafinha. So he is going there to comfortably sit on the bench. I don't want to hear Cape gonna say about this genius. What he's gonna say is that you're not a genius, so you can't see that Arteta isn't a genius. That's what they do, this condescending shit. Anfield, they read say, sit down, give him my title. I don't know about an easy win though. I don't know about it easy. I don't think Liverpool was great. That was a worldie from Sobozo. As much corn as I have for Raya. And I think his positioning could have been better. Man beating you from 32 yards out should never happen if you're a top goalkeeper. But big up to Anfield, the Reds still. Banter aside, you put up a good fight. But our manager was playing against us. So there were 2 MVPs today. Big up to 22 of you still locked in. There were 2 MVPs today, people. The MVP of the game was number 1, Sabozlai. Fantastic performance for him. Kept a clean sheet, scorer worldly, gave Liverpool all 3 points. Sabozlai stand up to be counted. The second most valuable player for Liverpool today was Mikel Arteta. He was Liverpool's second man of the match because he gave you nothing to defend against. He essentially said, I'm going to try to stop you from scoring, and I'm not going to try to score ourselves. Now, if we do score while we fuck about, cool. But I'm not going to actively try to score. That's why I'm going to leave my 2 chief creators on the bench and start a midfielder who is slower than a sloth and a damn snail had a baby. Can you believe people that defend this blood clot manager after this performance? I thought Jim was the biggest problem. But I know it's the called followers. But I don't even want to hear what them men have to say now. At this point, I'm just be like, okay, let's just count the days. Because our season might be over before it starts. And no one better not come tell me that I'm being reactionary because I have not reacted to this after 3 games. I've seen 5 years of this shit. What other manager has spent $1 billion and looked this bad? Billions have been spent at other clubs, but it's been different managers. It's been this guy. This guy. He is. AJ, we wasn't that bad we wasn't that bad, AJ, our best performance. Yeah, Liverpool was not great today. You weren't. That's why we're saying you were there to be got. But the manager's tactics were counterproductive. It was it was not conducive to winning away at Liverpool. Like if you're gonna play that stinky midfield, right? Play 3 at the back, and then play another attacker. But bro, human. This was criminal from the manager. So if you man were here Friday night, Dre FC, the Liverpool fan, was sitting there when I asked, man, who's the better manager? Man was talking about 50-50. Arteta is one of the best in the world. I have to click these up and make shorts of them so I have these men on record. On record. Saying craziness like Arteta belong in a category with like. I've never seen a manager that cowardly, man. Ever. I don't know, man. I don't know. Beans on Toast is reposting Kirk's stats. If you think Kirk's was great, then cool. I mean, you won the game. I don't think he was, but fair play to you, Beans on Toast. One goal on target, one shot on target in 98 minutes is criminal. Yeah, but this is what happens when you leave your best creative player on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Double pivot right, Zuba Mendes at the end of 10 and feeding the Glock. We win by at least 3 goals. Trust me, I can't wait for Arteta to leave. And this is the thing. I'm okay with the worldie. But that worldie should have made the score 2-1 or 3-1. You can't depend on this, right? I used to go train with the Navy SEAL man, them, and them men used to go out with the boat. They used to take 3 damn extra engines, those quick release engines. And they always said to me, Chambers, 3 is 2, 2 is 1, 1 is none. You always plan for one not to. So when you plan for a draw, 0-0, you're gonna lose. And that's what happened. He planned for a draw, he lose. He was playing not to lose and ended up losing the damn game anyway, just like someone said. And I'm sitting there saying, like, okay, a 3-2 loss today would have made us look like, okay, at least our damn attack was involved in the game. At least we know we can score. This is the Liverpool team who conceded 2 goals against a 10-man Newcastle. This Liverpool team was up 2-0 and Bournemouth put 2 past them at Anfield. And we go there and play 3DMs. What is our manager doing? Then I wake up in 5.5 and see news from Arsenal. Arteta's going, please. Nah, you won't. I promise you won't. I would love it. I'd love it because I know a new manager comes in. Martinelli is not seeing the pitch. Martinelli can go somewhere and be a wingback. But in a 4-3-3 system where you're gonna find yourself in one-on-one situations, especially when we play out from the back as much as we do, and that's what essentially playing out from the back is essentially meant to do, is to create ISO situations in the wide areas. And how many times was he in wide areas and just failed to do anything that's worth talking about? Beans on Toast said, G Wills, get your manager badges and you could be the. I put money that if G Wills was given 5 years at Arsenal and this money spent, we wouldn't be look this bad. No. Where no one here would play a player while injured, so we could never get on Arteta's level. Yeah, Arteta always thinks he's the smartest one in the room. This manager is a criminal, but he's gonna leave us in a position where I fear the next manager that comes in will have a bigger mess to clean up than he should have. How is he running the £100 million asset while injured? While narcotics? What narcotics is Arteta on? He's on narcopium. Yeah, it's that dopamine thing that narcissists take when they think they're just the smartest, and whatever you say, yeah. Whatever you say, it doesn't matter. I'm in charge here. 1 billion spent only to end up playing like Stoke FC. So much for Josh Kroenke. He said, "Be excited." Yeah, I'll be excited when he gets stacked. If I own the club and saw the manager start Saliba after he pulled up with an injury in the warm-up, he's getting stacked in the tunnel. That's 100 million that asset. Don't play with my money. Don't play with my money, bro. You're not playing with my money. Ooh, the BBPJ, it's coming. It's coming. That's what we slapped Chelsea with that 2 years ago. The BPBJ. Yeah, that's the robo. You know what it is. We need a goalkeeper. We've been on to Raya. Raya kicked the damn ball straight to Van Dijk. Raya does extra shit to, he feels like he needs to wind up the crowd. Man will respotting the ball 3-4 fucking times. No, just play ball. I don't want my goalkeeper to be involved in the match. If you're not stopping shots, I don't want to see you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the team finally set up to win, and the fucking manager is still finding a way to lose. Yeah, Bertha has given him winning ingredients, and the manager is finding a way for us to lose. He is. This was 100%. Now, there are times when you can be like, okay, I can divvy up some blame here. This player should have done better. That player should have done better. But this game here, players, all of us, even shit Martinelli, all of us, no blame. 100%. Because we have gone there with Martinelli and not lost it in the past 3 seasons. Matter of fact, 2 out of the past 3 games at Anfield, Martinelli has scored there. So even him, I'm not giving any corn as much as he was shit. This man, the league will be over by the end of October. Print this meme. Yeah, and Liverpool are able to get 9 from 9, and they're getting Isak tomorrow and Gahey tomorrow, going into the international break, train together and come back strong, ready. And we're not ready. We're not ready, people. Bars. He said the players brought to hear bars. By fact, 100%. This squad was too good for this manager. It's heartbreaking because I know how good we can be under a good manager. Bro, I can see Thomas Frank getting more out of this bunch. You know, I can see Terry Tibbs for the Dallas Cowboys of the PL. Yeah, I can see Iriola getting more out of this bunch. Big up the AFC always. Aaron Bro landed back in the UK 5:30 this morning. Sack Arteta now. It's the only way to save our season. The AFC always did, and they will tell you that this is a knee-jerk reaction and you're being reactionary. But this, I really think this is our only solution to silverware this season. But these men are going to wait until the wheels completely fall off. Wait until the house is completely engulfed in flames before they say, sack him. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. He wills. This is proof of positive what they will fail to get silverware solely based on Arteta's decision. Yeah, he is allergic to it. Big up to all 20 of you still locked in, people. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. We are glad the algorithm found you wherever you are watching from. Welcome to BBK Sports. We welcome your thoughts and your comments. Raya sends me into panic mode every time he has possession of the ball, and Rice is exhausted too, trying to cover for Zubi. Yeah. Raya, just calm down and just do the simple thing. That pass that he gave to Van Dijk had me like, he did this in a North London derby when we were up 3-0 and cruising. Kicked the ball straight to Romero and we conceded. And what was meant to be an easy 3-0 game turned into a squeaky bum 3-2 because Declan gave away a penalty not too long thereafter. Big up to LFC Monster. Sorry I'm late, guys. How y'all doing tonight? You motherfucker. You not late. You just wanted to make a grand entrance to rub it in. So big up to you still. Big up to you. Your 3-point collected. Liverpool fans today are on so fuck it. I'll hold it. We have to. We have to hold it, right? This is the manager put us in a position where we have to answer for his crimes, yeah? Big up to Sabi Pinky in the building. BBK All-Star, member of the channel as well. Hope you are good. Big up to Dal. Dal, what you saying to us? If everyone is fit, do we beat Chelsea? As of now, I'm saying no. Arteta will go for the draw, and some Palmer magic will sink us. I don't think we played Chelsea until like match week 13 or something. Yeah, I think Palmer might be back by then. But then again, just when you think he's about to do some craziness, the team puts together a win and save his ass. And historically, we've been beaten up on Chelsea over the past couple of seasons still. But this Liverpool team, this version of Liverpool in match week 3 could have gotten beat, and we didn't. And this is not going to be the same Liverpool that turned up at the Emirates. I'm telling you. So we needed these 3 points more than they needed these 3 points because they would be more equipped to get them back when they come to the Emirates. G. Will said, BBK, Liverpool weren't even good today. They weren't. Facts, they weren't. Yet Arteta failed to attack them and not a serious team playing under this clown. He let them off the hook. Completely let them off the hook. I was actually confident about today's game until I saw that lineup. That's exactly how I felt. Exactly how I felt. I couldn't believe when Kwaja put it in the chat when I was on Rashid's channel. I was like, is that the real lineup? Because that's what Footmob had predicted yesterday. And I snapped it and I put it in the group chat with the boys. And I said, brother, if this is the lineup tomorrow, null and void my 1-0 prediction. Because we will get overran in the midfield. Kevin Birch against Moreno. There's only one person that's winning that. I would too if I was in your position. Brother, human over here, man. Any hope was gone when the lineup came out. So, So are we all crazy? Are we all? I don't think so. I have conversation with you people on a daily basis, and you man come off as very, very football smart, high football IQ, very articulate when it comes to the football. So I know we're not all crazy. Differences of opinion here and there, but we're not all crazy. And if we all felt that way, it was for a reason. Was the Arsenal performance today any different than what we saw at Anfield from a club fighting relegation in the future? Nah. Yeah, let's go there and try to shithouse a point. And then Liverpool, as champions, do find a way and get 3 points. Arteta is run by fear. He will never be a winning manager if he's run by fear. You can get close, but you have to be brave. Move out with the ambition, even if gripped by fear. Yeah. Cowardly performance today. Didn't like it one bit. Didn't even care about the injuries from the last match. Yeah. And though I must have been the only Arsenal fan that predicted we'd lose today. So I, even views, brother. I've never seen views predict a loss, Hendo. And today, after the lineup, views predicted a loss, and I was disappointed. I moved my 1-0 win to a 1-1. I didn't predict a loss, but yeah, I just can't get gassed by this manager. Nothing in the previous matches giving me any confidence. Same old draws football again. Again, give him another billion, and I think same result. Terry Tibbs said, "Big up, bro. 3 DMs is diabolical and cowardly. You'd expect that from a relegation team needing a point to survive on the last day of the season." Facts, Terry Tibbs. Can't argue with that one bit. If Yardman cries this season again, just sack Arteta on the spot. He's not allowed to make Yardman cry. The thing is, Boyton, the top gooners cry too. They just don't do it publicly. You know, they compose themselves publicly. They compose themselves privately and come publicly and defend this dross, defend this craziness as if they don't hurt like we do when we watch this. There is no way they could watch that and walk away like, "Oh, we did something today." No, we set up to draw that game. And I was expecting a high score, to be honest. I was expecting Eze and Gyökeres to tap on each. Yeah. My entire hope around this football match was if Eze started. Not that he played and came on in the 78th minute. I don't know why 78 was stuck in my head. That's when I actually thought he would come on, when I saw Arteta just moving madness. But I was expecting Eze to start, especially when Odegaard was out. But the fact that both of them was on the bench, all we've heard all week is Liverpool defense is rubbish. We'll smash them. Gyökeres will feast. How'd that work out? Damn near impossible for Gyökeres to feast when he has no one to get him the ball, Terry Tibbs. You know, like that. You know? Gyökeres is not that type of striker. And these are the champions of the Premier League. We knew they were going to be up for it. Darren, I can't see Arsenal scoring lots of goals this season against the top 6 side. You know, we'll bang a few against Tottenham still. What you make of the comments about the new ball not being used? I didn't hear that. Is that another excuse from the Excuse Express, LFC Monster? Big up to KJSJ7. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate you checking in. Glad the algorithm found you today. Please leave us with your thoughts. Leave us with a like and a sub if you haven't subbed already. Big up to you, my bro. Could always see you over by the Geordie Dread. Appreciate you checking in. The Liverpool defense has a cam and a right back, and we didn't exploit it. How pathetic. Speak on it, boy 10. Wanted to be fantastic as a wing back, but yeah. 5 at the back, 3 at the back. He's just not a winger. Not at this level. Give me back my... Things are claiming that... Those are claiming that fucktard mutant Arteta sexuals. Yeah, they love him, bro. They love Lego Head to the point where they will just blindly act like we're all crazy and this is good football. Manders took the worst midfielder from the bench and chucked him in the most important game of our season thus far. If me never have to pull up like what to talk about with a casket right now, heart with a butt. It's the stinker, man. It's the stinker. We just big up to the community. Hey man, big up to Eros, man. Big up to all of you. All of you. I wouldn't rather be on YouTube chatting to anyone else but you crazy fuckers. Emmy Martinez, yeah, I saw that. And that's what I was gonna say to the United fans. There is no way you can let tomorrow go by and you don't. You go into the season with them too. Because I've actually predicted that the top six will reset this season. And speaking of which, quick admin note: tomorrow I will be doing my top six prediction after the transfer window closes. Because I'm so far behind. I'm 8 hours behind the UK. So when the transfer window closes, it's still a good time. So I will know if Isaac is a Liverpool player, if he is a Liverpool player, if Arsenal do anything. Aston Villa seem to be in a shambles right now. Can we go raid him for an Ollie Watkins and do a madness? But we need to move. I think someone says we have 8 injuries already. And it's only match week 3. The Dallas Cowboy of the PL, says Terry Tibbs. It's pretty much what we are. Cowboys haven't won the Super Bowl since what, 95, man? Yeah, so 30 years, we're going on 20 something. Did we all see Igal lose his shit to Isam on the terrace? I didn't. Igal can fuck right off. Beans on toast, bro. I could have never be the next Arteta, not into that coward. Plus, I love the beautiful game, not this hoof and run shit Teta plays. Facts, bro. I hear it. I get it now. Arteta is like he's allergic to silverware. Steven Seagal, baby. Steven Seagal. Big up to you, Charlie. Sabi. Hope you're good. Be careful on the road. Playing out the back is not a good tactic. Raises my blood pressure. It is if you got players that are good on the ball and you like to create 1v1 on the wide areas, or if you hook it and just hope for flick-ons. But I just don't. Raya does extra shit with the ball at his feet. That's why he raises your blood pressure, because he doesn't keep it simple. I feel betrayed by Arteta today. That was horrible. Yeah, we all feel that way, my bro. Well, all of us on this side feel like we got let down today. Big up, Sabby Pinky, the Maryland Queen. You was bigging you up, Sabby. I feel gutted, man. Don't we play Spurs away, Bayern away, and then Spurs home, Bayern home, then Chelsea away? That being Gunnar, better win them all. He better win them all. He has no excuses. You have to realize that you have always been betrayed by this fraud manager. It's not going to change until he gets sacked. Yeah. I still believe I can't believe he started. It's a tough one to sell in it. It's hard to, and I can't believe no one. Big up to Big Preach. Congrats on your 3 points sitting on top of the table. Big Preach, people. Big Preach does content. If you could put Big Preach's link in the chat as well, AJ or Eros. A big up to Big Preach in the building, resident Liverpool fan. Arteta slapped the fans in the face today. Yeah, bro. Yeah, he did one of them. Arteta said, "Fans, lean in for a little bit. I got something to tell you." And then he just, bang, right in. We had to hold that. Johnny Boy said, "Trust me, Rice wouldn't be that exhausted if the fucking manager played him beside Zubi as a double pivot where they can cover each other. Plus, Moreno can't run back to cover anyone." G Wills is on smoke today, G Wills is on absolute smoke today, man. He is spot on with everything he's saying. Arteta ball at it again. Oregon going past that joint over. Big up to KJ, man. It's a rough day in the Gooniverse, my guy. I genuinely believe he even considered the possibility that Moreno could make the starting lineup. Arteta is on some of the highest grade. I'm actually jealous. I want to smoke too. You know what? I actually thought it went through my head. A scenario went through my head where I think, oh, you know what? Gyökeres is having a stinker because he's not getting the ball. I could see him hook Gyökeres, play Moreno up top, and then put Gyökeres, put Eze and Odegaard in the midfield and keep on Martinelli for his defensive work. That thought was running through my head as well. I'm just going along the crazy line of thinking, because there's no rationale and no logic behind any of Arteta's decisions. And it all started when you put that lineup out and leave your best player on the bench. Who the fuck does that? Who the hell leaves their best player on the bench against the champions of the Premier League? You think Oliver Glasner is going to Anfield with Palace and leaving Eze on the bench? If it's not some disciplinary thing. Yeah, bro. Moreno is slow molasses. Bro, he is so like old people fuck. He looks like he's running backwards. Come on, I'm subbed over here already. Oh, big up to you, bro. Big up to you, man. Big up to KJSJ. I haven't come to But we couldn't even do nothing if you had to troll, man. You know, you have to earn your right to troll. You might have fully earned your right to troll every single one of us, man. It's Cav who will hold the smoke. Night owl settings. Cav better show up and hold the smoke. Because I'm putting all this one on his Lord Teta. All of it. That lineup lost us the game. Facts. As Arteta lost us the game. Man chose the worst of all positions he had by playing Moreno in the midfield and no creator. How can Arsenal manager be this bad? So if you're a Gyökeres, right, you look at that, you see the manager do that, you be like, boss, like, do you know my skill set? You are not playing to maximize what I do well. So you just want me to just go out there, run around and get into a pushing and shoving match with Van Dijk and Konate. Bro, Konate looked like he can bench press a school bus. That boy's strong. He's no pushover. And Van Dijk, I met that geezer in person, bro. He is a unit. He is massive. Big up to Big Priest. Congrats on your 3 points, my brother. To be fair, I felt the same about Liverpool playing from the back. I think it's a dying trend. You know, you got players that are good on the ball. It's worth the risk sometimes. It is. But it's just a madness, man. But my goodness, today was a tough one to solve. There's a way to lose. 3-2, guns blazing. I think even Newcastle, who lost 3-2 to Liverpool Monday night, didn't feel this bad. They were gutted it was the last kick of the game, but they actually gave it a go. They didn't lay down. And I know they were at home, but they had 10 men for 50 minutes and still made an attempt to win the damn game. You know? And we just, my God, man, the Arteta tax. This is what it is, you know, the Arteta tax. You know, you can live with taxes at 5%, 10%, but when you fall into the tax bracket where you're barely scraping a living, you know that California tax bracket, Eros, you know what I'm talking about? That 50% California tax bracket. That's what Arteta is, you know, he's a tariff to the football club. Big up to Stu Mac. Xhaka had Arsenal and Martinelli fluent in the left 8, then they replaced him with Declan. Jesus swept away as the boring West Ham used to do with him. So the thing is, Stu, I'm thinking like, even though I don't rate Odegaard at the highest order, he is a better footballer than Granit Xhaka. So surely, if Xhaka was the key that unlocked Martinelli, if you played Odegaard as your left 8 and play Eze in your 10, surely you'll see a better version of Martinelli. Because Xhaka was slow. He's left-footed just like Odegaard, but Odegaard is faster. Odegaard can actually run, has better tech. Surely, if he tried that, then Martinelli should be unlocked. But he has to see that Martinelli is stinking up the place. How does he not see this every week and we see it? The Arteta fact. I would be so accepted if we lost going out for the win. If we lost 3-2, it's still a 1-goal margin, isn't it? 1-0, our goal difference go down by 1. But at 3-2, you hit Liverpool net twice. At least our attack was involved in the game. 1 shot on target. Was that the Madueke shot? Was it? Don't even know. Arteta make us soft, man. Useless. Soft. Like a limp dick. Rice can't play one-touch football, and he can't wade through a pass as the left 8. Yeah, I won't argue with you there. Like I've always said, Declan's best work is being a clean-up man, winning back the ball, pressing. You put him in front of our terrific back four, Declan Rice would cook. But I can't sit here and deny like he is not underperforming in that left 8. But then again, I can't blame him for that. The same way I can't blame Moreno for being not chief creator Ozil. The same way I can't blame Kai Havertz for not hitting 20 goals a season. He's never done that in his career. He has showed us that he can't do that. But we have the manager insisting in players in positions that they aren't good in, while he has the right option right there on the bench. We're on 24 likes. Big up. I appreciate that. I've given up trying to make sense of Arteta. He does not make no sense even by his own internal logic. I'm tired. Yeah, he has to be the smartest guy in the room, innit? he has to try something. X plus Y equals Z squared minus 10 parentheses cube radical square root. The 2 plus 2 is always 4, brother. Jacka for all his fuck way past simple, and Zubimendi can play as the right aid. Problem Rice needs someone to hold his hand in the pivot. No pushback there either, Steve Mack. You know, Declan is a world class anchorman, but Arteta wants to make him Iniesta. Yeah, square peg, round hole. I don't know, man. I just do what Ross is doing and stop talking about the football because I can't understand what the vision is anymore. The vision is he's been found out. He's been found out, and he has no. He can't make any tactical adjustment that can affect the football. He can't. There's so much blindness with Rice. It's wild, but the British press do it all the time. He'll be 30 and back with West Ham. Stu is on to Deckers, you know. Lakonga in Hamburg to do ASV miracles. We are saved. Did we get any money for him? It was another. Oh my days! What a mad one. I don't know, people. It's been another dead performance, but international break, people. International break. Arsenal are not top of the league. Arsenal Football Club are only 2 points ahead of Manchester United. A United fan came into the chat earlier, reminded me of karma. United are only 2 points behind. Are you stupid? You flexing from behind. Yeah, it's one of them ones. But people, we're almost an hour and a half in. Thank you very much for this therapy session. Big up to Stu MC. Big up to Boy 10, Latvian Gooner. Big up to KJSJ, E Ross, Big Preach. Big up to Darren Man every single time. Boy 10, G Wills. Everyone who popped in, man, and showed love to the channel, people. Yeah. Listen, it was too early to drink. The game came on at 8:30. It was too early for me to drink, so I didn't. But now it is 3. It's about to be 3:30, so I'm about to go pour me up something. My wife just made some fresh squeezed orange juice. I got some Crown Peach. I'm gonna go blend that shit up. I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna smoke me a cigar. I'm gonna have me a drink and I'm gonna forget about this shit, man. For real. But catch me tomorrow, people, for the football digest and some fucking transfer day, yeah, all that there. But yeah, man, big up to Johnny Boy. Big up to you every single time, man. People, blessed love to every single one of you. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, listen to the music, rock and go. Blessed love.